the damage. Well, according to the meeting...
Okay, for more information on the quick hitting northeastern Japan, we now cross over to our correspondent Terry in Tokyo again for the latest situation. Terry, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay, what information are you gaining now?
First of all, the Prime Minister Naoto Kan just made a press conference. He has promised government's emergency measures and act swiftly in order to rescue and send a team of medical and emergency people to northern Japan. There seems to be a lot of casualties that are not reported but assumed. The tsunami has hit all the way inland in Miyagi Prefecture, and the fire is reported in the petrol tank as well as inside the city as well.
So we know that the emergency measures are being taken. Do you have the exact number of military troops? How many of them are put into, the action to evacuate people affected by the quake?
Well, the number is not has been specified clear, but up north there is close by there is a military base in northern Japan, and it is most likely that they will be deployed from northern Japan as well as from the eastern Tokyo area as well. There's sure to be an emergency team as well as evacuation trucks on the way. We have seen this kind of earthquake in Japan in 1995 in January 17th in the Kobe, and during that time also thousands of military personnel and fire brigades and police from the nearby prefectures were sent in to rescue people.
So that of course we know that Japan is we can say is an experienced country to deal with the earthquakes and tsunamis. But today's quake is too large, 8.4, 8.9. Do you think that the government and people are well prepared for such a big earthquake?
Well, actually, Japan is well prepared. A lot of the experts say Japan is prepared for the earthquake, but there's so much that one can prepare for. In fact, the Japanese building standards are pretty high. It's supposed to withstand a magnitude of at least 7.5. But however, with these natural disasters, there's so much you can prepare for. But for emergency measures, Japan is well prepared. As you probably seen, that Japan has a rescue team called a Hyper Rescue, who are actually sent to New Zealand for the rescue mission as well. So those fire brigade Hyper Rescue will also be sent to the area, and the people have had training for the evacuation drills and so forth every year. So people are well prepared as well, but there's confusion. As soon as the confusion is over, the evacuations can go smoothly, the government sources said.
So have you got any information about what areas are the hardest hit so far, and how large the area is affected by the quake?
Well, it is hard to get the figure because all the informations are have not been channeled through from one sources. The information is all through from one sources, but mainly the coastal area in Miyagi Prefecture damaged by tsunami as well as fires, and there's some buildings devastated as well as the fishing towns. Several of the fishing towns have been engulfed by tsunami, and we have actually seen live pictures of tsunami hitting and washing the cars and trucks away from the fishing market. So it is known to be in very large areas. But government sources said what is also there's also concern that in the mountain areas there's been a lack of contact with the mountain areas, and sometimes as a case of Niigata earthquake 6-7 years ago. There are a lot of people stranded in the mountain areas, and people will not know their status until a helicopter rescue team actually goes into those small remote villages. So there's also concern in the mountainous area as well as a devastated area in the coastal area.
So please give us a detailed description of the Miyagi prefecture. What kind of land it is? It's, with mountains, or is just a plain?
Well, Miyagi prefecture is well known for the first tier, second tier, and third tier industries. There's large farming community there with rice and apples and various fruits. And also, it is also known for oysters farming in the coastal area, as well as a rich fishing ground. So they have a very rich fishing area around the coast and a lot of fishing villages. But then, as you go inland, it goes right into a mountainous and also a rice farming area as well. So Miyagi Prefecture is known for both. In fact, it is also known for good skiing up there. So as you can tell that how high the mountains there are. They're over like 2,000 meters mountains around that area, between 1,000 to 2,000, and there's lots of snow there as well. So it's actually a triple concern here. That snow may have blocked.
Yeah, what do you know? Yeah, Terry, what do you know about the fire? I mean, walking out from the refinery oil port now.
Well, I've been trying to get in touch with the officials, but there's been a confusion and telephone lockdown, so I could not get any fine details. But there's a huge fire engulfing the petrol tank in the coast area of Miyagi, and fire is blazing, but there's no fire brigade that can get there at the moment, and there is also worries that it may cause a big explosion when the fire spread to another tank. So officials are trying to find ways to put out the fire, as well as in safety, as well as evacuating people around from the vicinity.
So because we know that we're concerned about the nuclear plant safety around that area, do you have any information about the radioactive release report?
At the moment, the government sources said there's no report of the release of any radioactive substances or any radioactive activity measured in the area, but they are considering a possible shutdown if there's more aftershock in the area. So at the moment, there's no threat of a nuclear leak, but the government are considering possibilities for measures against a possible leak.
So please let us know about the water waves, because we saw the very scary picture that you see the sea waves pushing, and the water wall is waved onto the land. You see swept debris and the buildings and to the farmland. So how about the situation now? I mean, how about you see the waves of the water? Is it still strong, or it's still rushing into the inland?
Well, what is scary about tsunami is it doesn't come in one wave. It comes in several waves. It's like when you make a ripple in the water, you see several ripples going out. And those ripples, when they hit land, it merges with the second and third wave of the tsunami, and it gets larger and larger. So that is what is scary, is that it comes in waves. So even if the first wave recedes, you cannot make any evacuation effort, as the second and the third wave could be bigger and it could be more damaging. So the government have announced people not to go into the area even after the tsunami recedes. They should stay up in the high ground and away from the coastal areas.
So do you know, Terry, that any other countries involved in the tsunami warnings so far?
Well, at the moment, the whole coast of Japan, all the way up to Okinawa and Taiwan, are warned of possible tsunami, and possibly goes up to the north. The dispute